really interesting. Who can make the difference here, right? So we got Iowa coming up. Bernie Sanders up in the last couple of polls. But overall, if you look at a month-long of polling, Hillary Clinton's up by 7. Anybody could win it. Who's going to make the difference? It could be young voters. Now, look, generically, people talk all the time about young voters this and young voters that, and then they say, oh, they don't show up. Okay, no.
They don't, generally.
No. But I have very specific numbers here, okay? So first off, who are young voters supporting, Bernie Sanders or Hillary Clinton? Look at these numbers. Hillary Clinton, 18 to 29-year-olds. Oh, she's got 14% support. That doesn't matter. Bernie Sanders, 74% support among 18 to 29-year-olds.
Wow.
47% support in 30 to 44. Now Hillary Clinton has the advantage. She's got 50% support there. And then at 45, 64, it's a little bit more mixed. Bernie has the advantage. Yeah. No, I think between 30 and 64, that's basically a statistical tie.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Right. So now you look at 65%, and now Bernie's advantage with the young flips, and Hillary Clinton has almost as big an advantage with people that are senior citizens. So she gets 61% of the senior citizen vote. Bernie Sanders only gets 28%. Now, if you study politics, you go advantage Hillary Clinton.
Yeah.
Okay? Because seniors vote a lot more than the young. In fact, in the last 5 Iowa caucuses in the presidential elections, with one notable exception, which I'll get to in a second, the young have only come out to vote at a 3 to 4% rate. So of the registered, that's unbelievably bad, right? So of the people who are registered in that age bracket, only 3 to 4% of them vote in these caucuses. Now, what's the notable exception? In 2008, when Barack Obama was running against Hillary Clinton, and young voters thought that there was going to be real change coming versus an establishment candidate, not like Hillary Clinton, right, against that exact candidate, they did show up. Now, it's not like they overwhelmed anybody with how much they showed up, but it made all the difference. So in that case, 13% of eligible caucus voters under 29 turned out to vote.
That's a lot higher.
So instead of 3.5%, 13% showed up. And you know what happened? Barack Obama won by a little bit. So the young voters in 2008 made all the difference in the Iowa caucus. And here we are again. Young voters even more overwhelmingly supportive of Bernie Sanders than they were of Barack Obama. If they show up, which in a regular election they don't, but in extraordinary elections they do.
He's drawing huge crowds.
Right. And he is drawing huge crowds, and he has huge leads in that one.
Yeah.
So young voters, it turns out, it kind of is all on you.
It might be, yeah.
Yeah, so if you show up in Iowa, Bernie Sanders wins what appears to be an incredibly close election in Iowa, and then he'll win in a cakewalk in New Hampshire, then the whole country's on fire, and we've got a real race on our hands. So what's it going to be?
Yeah, and we preview really fast. We talked last week about, I didn't even know this was true, but in the Iowa caucuses, if a candidate doesn't have at least 15% support, he's ruled non-viable, and his supporters then need to go and either not vote at all or switch to a different candidate. And Martin O'Malley is at like 5%, and so that 5% could theoretically go somewhere, and we still unfortunately don't have data on where it would go. But that could be, in a race that's statistically tied, 5 points one way or the other could be huge.
Ooh, I feel it.
Almonds.
I feel the burn.